precious time.
So here it is, it's finished, and it ended up not being 2 channels like I first intended. It's single channel, but there's a second switch that I've left in there to cut in this high-end boost and cut that is in after the first stage of the amp or the preamp. So let's hear what that sounds like. As you can see, the gain's pretty low. You can make this thing clean up a fair bit. That's the amp. It's a tiny bit brighter than what the amp is naturally. Turn this control on, and as you can see, it's set to maximum. In the 12 o'clock position, it pretty much doesn't do anything, just adds a tiny little bit more gain. As you can hear, it's made it a fair bit louder because it's got more gain. It's a little bit brighter. We swing it around to the other way. doesn't sound a hell of a lot different, reasonably clean, but once the gain gets up a little bit, it tends to really darken the distortion sound. Has a really sort of kind of more of a bluesy kind of sound. So I'll turn the gain up a little. We're on the neck pickup at the moment of a Strat. So you can see it sort of makes a fair bit of a difference. You can dial up some pretty off the planet gain. That's on the neck pickup on a single coil. We'll go on to the bridge pickup on this one. It's a humbucker. So you can hear that sounds pretty hot. Turn that off. But it will darken it up. Okay, so we've heard the off the planet stuff. We'll leave that off now, and I'll show you how the bass, middle and treble controls work. Just turn the volume up on the amp a little. You can hear it, the bass works pretty well. It's nice and smooth, it doesn't do anything crazy. And the mid, so the mid cuts heaps. Okay. Now the treble kind of acts a little bit weird. I think it's just the vintage Marshall tone stacks must do this, from what I've read. We'll crank it. We'll start it at normal. You can hear it's kind of got thin and toppy. As we wind it backwards, it actually increases the volume and cuts the top end off. So somewhere around the 9 o'clock mark is about where I'd regard the minimum for this. It seems to affect the volume at least. Okay, so we've got the plug pack, which takes the mains power, which is 240 here in Australia, 240 volts, down to 16.5 volts, and it plugs into the side here, like so. Over the back here, as you can see, I've got the lid unscrewed already, is the output. Here we've got some ventilation because I found the thing was getting pretty hot. On this side we've got the input and a little bit more ventilation here. So we've got the power light, the effect on light, and the high boost cut light, and the on off switch, or effect on off switch, and high boost cut on off switch. Bass, middle, treble, volume, which I guess you'd call a master volume, the high cut boost knob, and the gain knob. You'll have to excuse my sweat. It is the hottest day on the east coast of Australia in like 10 years. It's literally 44 degrees or something Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but anyway. Okay, we'll open him up. Now, as I said before, I went with the single channel mode. I was intending to actually have two separate channels with completely separate EQs and gains and volumes and everything, but I just found it was getting too cramped. I think I bit off more than I could chew, so I put an aluminium strip over the other holes that I drilled. Okay, so this is it finished. This is our step up transformer. Goes up to around 190 volts once it's loaded with the circuit. It actually goes higher than that open circuit with nothing loading it. There's our rectifier for our high voltage and our high voltage caps, about 300 microfarads. The 16.5 volts comes straight in here and it gets rectified with that diode bridge there, and regulated to 12.6 volts. There's the cap for that one, the main cap, and that one heads over to the heaters on the tubes. And then over here I put this plate across here to provide some shielding from the high voltage side and the AC and everything that's over this side. And here's the circuit. That's the entire circuit, and the effects, like all of the controls, the EQ circuit here, the tone gang, as you can see, and your gain and volume. And I've just tried to tie all those cables together a little bit just to keep them tidy. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, you can see the input and the output's wired up. See the little tubes in here. Two 12AX7s. I use the Electro Harmonics ones. You can see the other one. And I just use the shielding caps on them to keep them in there because they're spring loaded and they push them into the socket so they don't come adrift. You know, with usage and carting around and everything else. And also you know, it provides a some shielding against, again, the high voltage side and the AC and everything that's floating around in there on that side of it. And that's about it. That's the entire thing. So this is part 3, and this is the finish of this little story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the other parts in the series, like basically when this box had nothing in it, through to this point, check it out. I'll put some links up, and yeah, I hope you get something out of it. I hope it inspires a few people out there to build their own. One thing I must say, just be careful, because 190 volts or 200 volts or anywhere around that realm can seriously hurt, to say the least, and could potentially kill you. So just take care. Anyway, enjoy, and I'll see you at the next video. Have fun. Ciao for now.